Long ago, there was a kingdom called Afikpo. The land was rich and green. The rivers were full of fish and the soil was perfect for growing yam, cassava and corn. The people of Afikpo were hard-working farmers. Every season, they planted their crops, tended to them with care, and harvested enough food to feed their families. But their king, King Okonkwo, was a very greedy man. King Okonkwo was not satisfied with the royal meals his cooks prepared. He was not content with the portions that kings before him had eaten. He wanted more, always more.
Why should I eat like a common man when I am the king? I deserve the best of everything.
So King Okonkwo made a new law. From now on, he announced, half of every harvest in this kingdom belongs to me. It is the king's task. The people grumbled but obeyed. They gave the king half of their yams, half of their corn, and half of their cassava. But it was still not enough for King Okonkwo. The next year, he increased the tax to 70%.
The king needs more food. You people eat too much. The king comes first.
The people began to go hungry. Children cried at night because their stomachs were empty. The old became thin and weak. But King Okonkwo's belly grew bigger and bigger. Still, he wanted more. The third year, he took 80% of all the harvest. The fourth year, 90%. By the fifth year, King Okonkwo was taking everything.
The king needs all the food. You people can eat leaves, eat grass, but the king must be fed first.
His royal palace became like a warehouse. Mountains of yam, rivers of palm oil, rooms full of dried fish and meat. And King Okonkwo ate and ate and ate. He ate breakfast for 3 hours, he ate lunch for 4 hours, he ate dinner until midnight. Even between meals, he always changed something. Meanwhile, his people were dying. Children collapsed in the streets from hunger. Mothers had no milk to feed their babies. Fathers became too weak to work on the farms. The kingdom that was once rich and prosperous became a land of suffering. But King Okonkwo did not care. Let them suffer, he said, his mouth full of roasted chicken. I am the king. Their job is to serve me. One night, as King Okonkwo was having his midnight feast, a strange woman appeared in his palace. She was very small and very thin. Her clothes were torn and dirty. Your Majesty, she said in a weak voice, please, can you spare some food? My grandchildren are dying of hunger. King Okonkwo looked at her with disgust. Get out of my palace, he shouted. Can't you see I am eating? Guards! Throw this beggar woman out. But when the guards tried to grab her, something strange happened. The old woman's eyes began to glow like fire. I am not just a beggar woman, she said, her voice now deep and powerful. I am the goddess of justice. I have been watching you, Okonkwo. King Okonkwo shaking fell from his hand.
You take food from the mouths of babels. You let children die while you feast like a pig.
You have forgotten that a king is supposed to protect his people, not devour them. The goddess raised her hand and lightning flashed outside the palace. Since you love eating so much, let me give you a gift. From this moment, your stomach will become a bottomless pit. You will eat and eat and eat, but you will never be full, never satisfied, never at peace. Before King Okonkwo could reply, the goddess vanished. At first, the king laughed. Foolish old woman, he said. I love eating. This is not a curse. It is a blessing. He picked up his chicken and continued eating, but something was wrong. After finishing the chicken, he was still hungry. He ate a whole goat, still hungry. He ate 10 loaves of bread, still hungry. He ate a pot of soup meant for 20 people, still hungry. The hunger was like fire burning in his belly. No matter how much he ate, it only grew worse. King Okonkwo called for more food. His cooks worked day and night, but they could not cook fast enough. The king ate everything in the palace. Then he sent soldiers to bring more food from the villages. But the villages had no food left. The king had already taken everything. Find food somewhere, the king screamed at his soldiers. I don't care where. I must eat. Soldiers searched everywhere, but there was nothing left in the kingdom. Meanwhile, King Okonkwo was going mad with hunger. He ate the leather from his shoes. He ate the bark from trees. He ate grass like a cow. But nothing could fill the bottomless pit his stomach had become. Day by day, the king grew thinner, even though he was always eating. His body was consuming itself. His people watched in amazement. The man who had taken all their food was now starving. Even while surrounded by the little food that remained, some of the people felt sorry for him. Maybe we should help him, a farmer said. But an old man shook his head. No, he said. This is justice. A leader who eats his people's food will eventually eat himself. King Okonkwo became weaker and weaker. He could no longer walk properly. He could no longer think clearly. All he could do was eat, but never feel satisfied. One morning, the palace servants found King Okonkwo collapsed in his dining room. Around him were the remains of everything he had tried to eat. Wood, stones, even metal. He was still moving his mouth, trying to chew, even though there was nothing left. Food, he whispered. More food. Those were his last words. King Okonkwo died of starvation in a room full of empty plates. After his death, the goddess of justice appeared to the people of Afikpo. Choose your next king wisely. Remember what happened to the one who forgot that a leader serves his people, not the other way around. The people chose a humble farmer as their new king. His first law was simple. The king eats only after every citizen has been fed. Under the new king, the kingdom of Afikpo became prosperous again. The children grew fat and healthy. The old regained their strength. And everyone remembered the lesson of King Okonkwo. A leader who devours his people will eventually devour himself.